I'm Iris Ruth Pastor, and we're here today for a little small talk with Cantor Moshe Friedler of Congregation Rodeph Sholom, who will soon be retiring. Welcome, Cantor.
Thank you. Welcome. Thank you to tell me welcome. Iris.
And we're going to start at the beginning and tell me, where were you born and raised, Cantor?
Born in Buenos Aires, Argentina, and raised in Buenos Aires, Argentina.
So how early in your life did you realize that you wanted to sing and you wanted to entertain?
Really, that I wanted to be a cantor, a chazan, I very, very early, when I was 9 years old, I was admiring the chazan where my grandfather took me every Friday and Shabbat, and I became part of, just the only boy in the choir, and I started to sing my solos, and this was my beginning of Chazanut. And the first record in those days, the 78 RPM, the old records, I bought, all the cantorial. My father took me to a Jewish, music place, music store, and I selected all my favorite cantors when I was 9, 10 years old.
Did you have formal training after that?
Yeah, then I start to work with Cantor Elevates, that he had a school of cantors in Buenos Aires, and he trained me to do all the cantorial stuff.
Did your parents sing? Did you come from a musical background at all?
No. My parents, they came originally from Poland, and they had an industry in Buenos Aires. They manufacture T-shirts, but I was all the time musical, and I didn't want to follow my father's footsteps and be another guy making T-shirts. And then I went and I started to do music, Jewish music, and they brought me from my bar mitzvah. My father bought me my first accordion.
And you use all the time at Rodeph.
That's it. And I start to use it, and I start to play. And my father was very active in JNF in Buenos Aires. And I went to play in all the functions for JNF, my accordion, and I sang. And this I started really with my Jewish kind of music, my background.
So what brought you to the United States? What made you, take the leap from Argentina to here? That's a pretty big leap.
Yeah, I did it. I always admired this country. For me, United States was my dream, my star, being in Argentina and listening what is going on in this country, the freedom and the possibilities that people they have in this country. Then I wanted to come here.
I want to ask you, in your opinion, what you think sets you apart from other cantors. I know you do the accordion, but what else do you think is unique about your style?
I feel that the cantorial profession, like the rabbinical profession, you have to born with it. It's not matter of intellectual. It's a matter of emotion. It's being on a stage, and everybody can go and study a role, memorize a role. But the most important part is how you reach when you come across with a role and come across to the people, to the audience. In cantorial, beside to the audience, you are not singing for the audience, you are singing to God. And you represent the audience.
Mm-hmm. I need to ask you one more question before we close. What are your plans for retirement? What are you doing with all this knowledge and talent?
I have a motorcoach. This is why I moved to Titusville, because I bought me a house in a motorcoach community. And what I plan to do is to I will pick up some states, small towns states, where they have no possibility to bring a Hazan or a rabbi or somebody to teach them. They have no money, or they have small communities where they have 1 million or 2 million. Do it through the internet to tell them Moshe is coming.
Moshe is coming.
Moshe is coming.
That's
and
great.
My motor coach and get some campground somewhere in Texas or whatever Alabama or whatever I will make me the itinerary and tell them the preview it with my internet and give them some Dvar Torah with my internet, some songs, coming there and teach them.
That's fabulous.
No money. Teach them, be with them, and maybe the following year we go back. Because every time I want to reach another community.
I also want to mention that Congregation Rodeph Sholom, where you have been the cantor and you still are, is having a gala for you on February 26th, a Saturday evening, and it's going to be cocktails and dinner and music and entertainment.
I think this will be a nice. I don't say goodbye. In Hebrew we say lehitraot.
Like a tribute. A tribute?
See you. The tribute. I feel like I owe a tribute to Rodeph Sholom more than I owe a tribute to me.
That's very sweet. Well, right? Thank you, Cantor.
And I mean it. I mean it.
That's
They're
wonderful.
Not only words.
That's wonderful. And I know personally I'm looking forward to celebrating with you that Saturday night. And I want to thank you for talking to us. And your dog, Hope, was very well behaved.
She's always.
And I'm Iris Ruth Pastor, and thank you for joining us on Let My People Grow, which is an outreach and engagement initiative.
Thank you, Iris.